Today I'm going to be talking about some of the exercises for grade 1, and I've chosen for my first exercise 1A, which is entitled Tundra. And this is to demonstrate control of tone through changing dynamics. So the first half of the exercise will be a crescendo, and then the second half will be coming back in again, finishing with a piano. So this gives a lovely symmetrical effect to the distribution of sound. Things to watch are, of course, the chords in the left hand. It's the left hand that starts the music, and it begins with fingers 5 and 3. It's quite easy to split those if you're not poised, so make sure you have your hand in a good shape and ensure that both notes are going down exactly together with very, very firm fingertips. Follow that through to 2 and 4, and then to 1 and 3. The right hand is the one that's mostly responsible for the creation of the crescendo. Let's try the first phrase again. So now a little more tone. And a rest, and then coming down. And you have a perfect scale from E to F coming down there, allowing you to grade the tone from forte back down to piano. There's a lovely little rhythmic effect in the second phrase where you almost feel as though the music has moved into 2/4 time. The first phrase clearly in 3/4 time, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But listen to the second phrase and you'll hear the duple effect. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. And this is a little subtlety which the composer has created and gives it that unexpected flow, I think. But the main thing there is to control the tone throughout the crescendo and diminuendo. The second exercise I've chosen is called the Ming Vars, and this is an unusual title. Ming Vars is something that ought to take you back to many, many centuries ago, to Far Eastern shores, where they were very, very clever at producing beautiful porcelain. And think of yourself handling this delightfully shaped and decorated vase from many centuries ago. The playing requires a lot of care and a lot of delicacy to create that lovely finesse in the sound and the shape of the contours. Listen also for the pentatonic scale shapes which give you a feel of the Far East. Here it is. So a lot of the coordination that has to happen here is to do with one hand taking over from the other. So the left hand initiates the flow of quavers and the right hand takes over and it goes back into the left hand. Now someone listening to that shouldn't actually be able to hear any change at all, any split. It should just sound like one stream of sound and actually should sound as though it's been played with one hand. Use the rallentando in the final bars to bring the music to a close. And then very firm fingers for a nicely poised chord, which has to be pianissimo. So again, you need very, very firm fingers. There's not a lot of arm weight needed there, but it needs a very, very firm finger control. Otherwise, the notes are going to come out in a ragged manner. And the final exercise I'm going to play from grade 1 is entitled Going Underground. Now the minor mode here gives a slightly enigmatic feel to this exercise, And the writing develops the thumb and finger flexibility, so there'll be quite a lot of passing the thumb under the hand, and we have to be very careful that there's no bumpiness or awkwardness in the control of the tone. So choose a steady tempo to match the moderato. There are 2 staccato notes in the right hand in the first bar, and there are 2 staccato notes in the right hand in the final bar. Make them very spiky because that gives an edge to the character, an edge to the mood. Reduce the tone and then build up through the scale and finish with the spiky staccato on the octave descent at the end. So coming up there, the right hand thumb needs to be controlled as you pass under the hand. This is a lovely shape for the hand because you have 2 black notes, the F sharp and the G sharp, and this gives you a sense of passage so your thumb can move under smoothly. And that happens both in bars 2 and bars 3. It's got a lovely mysterious feeling, so I hope you enjoy that, and I hope you enjoy all of the other exercises. They've all got lovely musical characters and they're full of colour, which is what playing the piano is all about.